I'm Rafał Bartoszewski. I've lived in a city for all my life, but I always knew that the best and the most important things are outside. That's why I want to take you. Closer to the nature. I can look a little sleepy today, cause I have slept only for an hour and a half this night. But I am going to look for a moose, and if you want to see this animal, it's better to get up early. I needed a little bit more time to open my eyes widely, but after a short walk I could do it. So I went to look for the moose, and I started my search in the forest beside which I left the car. Although the visibility was great, I didn't find any moose there, but I have to admit that it wasn't very surprising. You can meet these animals in such forests, but in spring, bigger chances are on peatlands or wetlands. They are preferred by moose, so I should went there. The moose is a large animal and the biggest member of the deer family. Its height at the withers can reach out to almost 2 meters, so it would seem that finding it, especially in the open area, should not be difficult. It would seem. When I was standing on the platform, I was trying to see at least a brown ridge of the moose, unsuccessfully. Similar peatlands are often visited by these mammals, cause walking on the wetlands is not a problem for them. Finally, I decided to look for them somewhere else. It's good to look around also in the places like this. The moose likes such a wetlands. They also have many plants which they can eat here. The first moose finally appeared between the plants, and I was shocked how calm it was. It didn't care too much about my presence, because in Poland there has been a moratorium for years and it prohibits hunting for moose. Thanks to it, they stopped to be terribly afraid of a human. It gives a chance for an amazing observations. After a while, it turned out that it was a female with 2 calves from the previous year. They stay with their mother for a whole year, or even 2, until the next generation is born. Before it happens, they will learn how to survive in the world by themselves, and after that, they will allow their mother to give her knowledge to 1, or sometimes 2, of her new calves. Tomorrow is the first day of May, and that's the month when young moose are born, but even now you can meet a female with a newborn calf. The wetlands are preferred by moose, and they are perfectly adapted to walk in such a place. They have long legs, which are ended with wide hooves, and they prevent sinking in the mud. It's hard to mistake the moose with another animal. It's huge, much bigger than the rest of the deer family, and its brown ridge contrasts with clearly lighter legs. Moreover, I have to mention about a slightly hunched silhouette, a hanging beard, and a sympathetic look, which causes that it's impossible to not like these animals. After the winter, during which it's hard to find food and moose eat mainly shoots of trees and shrubs, needles of conifers or bark, the animals gladly benefit from the diversity of edible spring and summer plants. The man with the camera completely did not disturb them, and they didn't want to stop eating fresh leaves. They are well adapted to taking them even from thin branches, because they smoothly move their upper lip, which is connected with nostrils. This dexterity also helps them into the water. These animals swim very well, and furthermore, they even dive very well, for the depth of a few meters. This skill allows them to gather food even under the water, and in their menu you can find water plants, which swim on the surface of the water, and these which are completely submerged. But the moose are the best known because of the big and dangerous looking antlers. In Poland there are still not many moose which produce characteristic white palmate antlers, and definitely more of them have Savina antlers, so the type which looks more like spikes, branches, or let's say red deer antlers. Fortunately, during last years the population of moose which can produce shovel-like antlers is slowly increasing. Like in case of every member of the deer family, moose use their antlers as a weapon to scare off or defeat opponents and help to win in the battle for the females. That's the time when males, which prefer the lonely lifestyle all year long, gladly meet females. The mating season lasts from mid-September to mid-October, and male, when he finds female, stays with her just for a few days, and after that he leaves her to find another one, which can be the mother of his children. Shortly after the end of the mating season, the autumn leaves slowly so that its place could be taken by the winter. That's when moose try to forget about fresh, juicy leaves, and they go to the winter refuges, which are usually within the pine woods. So if I return here in the winter, I will start looking for moose in the forest again.